Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shishma Sarilla, consulting homeopath at Fidicus Homeopathy. Today we are going to discuss about stress and fibroids. See, does stress directly cause fibroids or is there any indirect route? Is there any connection between stress and fibroids? What are the types of stress and how is stress related to a lot of other lifestyle disorders? We will be discussing all of this stuff in today's video, and also we'll be discussing on physical as well as psychological or mental stress also. So let's dive into the topic to know more about it. What is stress? See, we all use this word stress so frequently. Nowadays, it's like it has become a common word. Even laymen use stress. Even people who are like educated use stress. Doctors use stress. All people are also suffering from stress. So let us know what stress actually means. In a psychological point of view, if you see, stress can be defined as a feeling of emotional strain or pressure. It's a feeling of emotional strain or pressure because it is a psychological response to a challenge. It can be anything. Psychological response to a challenge, psychological response to an event or an incident, anything. That emotional strain, whatever you're feeling, or the emotional pressure, whatever you're feeling, is called as stress. It can be triggered by various events, depends upon the susceptibility or how each person sees that event. Now let us know what are the types of stress. There are different kinds of classification for stress, but today we are making it a little bit more simplified so that you can understand. We are dividing it into two parts. One is the physical stress and second one is the psychological stress. So what is physical stress and what is psychological stress? Physical stress is something where the body is under a certain pressure, either it be because of some illness, because of an accident, injury, some sort of tears in the body, or because of exercise or workout, especially high intensity workouts. Okay, so does even exercise count as stress? Yes, body perceives exercise also, especially high intensity workouts, as stress. But doctor tell us to do workouts, right? So if the body is considering workout or this exercise, especially high intensity ones, as stress, then why should we work out? We will get to know all of this stuff as we move on further into the topic today. But right now we are going to discuss about the psychological stress, and then we'll go further into the topic. We'll be discussing about how this workout or the physical stress is good for the body. So psychological stress can be divided into three parts: the acute one, the episodic one, and the chronic one. What is an acute stress? For example, you're going on a bike or you're going in a car, you're going somewhere, you're traveling somewhere with a vehicle, and suddenly some bull or an ox or some person comes in front of you and you have to hit brakes, right? This minute increase of the stress hormones can be perceived as acute stress. For example, you're going somewhere, you're taking a walk by and you suddenly spot a cheetah or a tiger or a lion or something which can harm you, and suddenly your feet start having that muscle power and you start to run, or you start to think logically or where to hide, and or search for a good hiding spot or how to escape from that animal. This perceived acute phase is called as acute stress. Okay, and the second one is called as episodic stress. What do you mean by episodic stress? These episodic stress can be perceived in people especially who are doing desk jobs or who have deadlines or who are working in the stock or who are actually studying. For example, if you're someone who has deadlines every month and you do not work properly every day, you're not doing smaller tasks so as to complete the larger task, but you're lazy throughout the month, and by the end of the month you have to submit something or you have a deadline and you start working like crazy, or you do not sleep or eat well for couple of days. This episodic phase, wherever it is triggered by an incident where there is a deadline, you have to submit something, and you have had an unhealthy lifestyle all throughout, you have had a lazy lifestyle all throughout the month, and this 2 days you have to work out, you have to finish out the 1 month's work, that is perceived as episodic stress. But if this episodic stress stays on for a longer period of time, that is, if you're not doing the smaller tasks and you're only working by the end of the month every month for couple of years, then that can also be perceived as chronic stress. The next kind of stress is called as chronic stress. If you're someone who has lost a loved one, who has had a recent heartbreak, or if you're someone who has financial issues, if you're someone who's looking for a job and you're not finding it, you've worked for 2 to 3 years, you're trying to find a job, you're doing all of this stuff, there's some sort of an event in the life of a person where its effects continue for a year or so, or more than a year, then that is perceived as chronic stress. Now you understand how these three are related. That is acute stress, when you're seeing something. For example, you see someone fall on the street and you have that stress or strain on your body right away, and then it subsides after 10 minutes. For some people it subsides after a day or so. You have seen some horror movie and then you just feel so upset or strained about it, and then it fades away, right? But that's acute. If it is episodic, then every monthly or every 15 days you're having a deadline, you have to submit something. And chronic, for more than a year or so. So these are the types of stress. If you're someone who is experiencing fibroids or chronic stress, infertility issues, male and female infertility issues, abortions or miscarriages, if you're someone who's experiencing bulky uterus, if you're someone who's experiencing endometriosis, adenomyosis, dysmenorrhea, or polycystic ovaries, remember Fidicus Homeopathy is the answer. Here we have two kinds of consultation. One is online, another one is offline consultation. If you're someone who's staying near the nearest branch of Fidicus, you can come and contact us offline or in person. If you're someone who's staying far away from us, you can contact us online. We have two options in online. One is the audio consultation option and one is the video consultation option. After the case taking is done, if we need any further investigations, we will let you know, and you can share the investigations which you have already done to us. And after this whole procedure, especially to the online clients, medicines will be door delivered to you. If you're staying in India, it can take 3 to 4 business days. If you're staying in USA, it can take 3 to 5 business days. And if you're staying elsewhere across the globe, it can take 4 to 8 business days for our medicines to reach your doorstep. If you want to contact us, you can call us on this number, WhatsApp us, or ping us or message us on this number. If you want to know more about Fidicus Homeopathy, you can check our website www.fidicus.com. If you're someone who is suffering from fibroids or infertility issues, male or female infertility issues, miscarriages, or if you're someone who's suffering from bulky uterus, endometriosis, adenomyosis, or dysmenorrhea, or any other female reproductive organ issue diseases, you have seen that how homeopathy is much more helpful than allopathy in this kind of diseases. And now we are going to discuss why Fidicus Homeopathy is much better than other homeopathic institutions or other homeopathic doctors. Because Fidicus Homeopathy stands for highest chance of health. Here we are already experiencing good success rates in treatment of male and female reproductive organ diseases. Apart from that, the transparent treatment, there is no gray area between the patient and the doctor. The prognosis will be clearly explained to you. And the personal care here at Fidicus is top notch. Any sort of queries or questions that you have, we will be busting all of that and educating you on that. If you want to choose health, if you want to choose cure, choose Fidicus Homeopathy. Thank you.